some things were jostled loose when he did his big energy bolt. What's around me at my feet? Any debris?
Where's Ren?
You don't see her.
Where's Mal?
Ooh.
Mal's not there either.
What the hell?
Where are my drones?
You brought them on the sub?
Yes.
They're not there.
We gotta go.
So, what happens with my system diagnostic?
Describe your system diagnostic.
His, limbs are all connected to his helmet, and all of his cybernetics are connected to his helmet, so he can and he's got a biomonitor in his armor that connects to his helmet, so it just basically gives him, right limb status, okay, left limb status, okay.
So what the deal is when you run your diagnostics check is the instruments that would normally inform you of the status of your limbs, they're doing so. However, the symbols, the letters, they just kind of read like gibberish. And you rolled a constitution to try to really strain yourself and fight against whatever has been making it nonsensical to understand it. Yeah, because you did not get a hit, it just doesn't make sense to you.
Okay.
There's nothing, if it was color-coded, it might have been different, but because you said that it gives you information based on words, it just looks like gibberish.
Does it appear functional, like my heads-up displays and everything? Are they working and I just can't understand them, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so my helmet's not useless then?
No.
Okay, so he'll leave it on. Or he'll put it back on once he's made sure there's not a crack in it where he bashed his head.
Yoshi's gonna go to the door.
Okay.
And he's gonna knock.
Dash does react slightly audibly, because that is just such a clear illustration of the fundamental differences between her and Yoshi. Even though she knows that door wasn't there, that's her door. This is her sub. I'm not gonna knock on a door in my sub. And you're like, this is a new door to us, we must knock. What? What?
Magpie looks around feverishly. It's like, buddy, no, this ain't funny. Where you at?
Alright, so you knock on the door and you don't receive a response. Do you assist Magpie in any way?
Who are you looking for? Your little cat buddy?
Yeah. He's not here. There's nowhere else he'd be. I turn on Astral Sight and look around.
Upon knowing someone's missing, I don't know that's Mal. I'm gonna thermographic vision for him.
Okay.
And also, perhaps the exterior of the ship, it'd be pretty telling if there was something out there, because we should still be in ice-cold water.
Sure. You don't get any readings on the submarine. Like, no heat or anything coming off of the instrument panel.
And I can tell, just from knowing vehicles well enough, that this is this completely off? Like, we are soft on the ground, but the pressure still remains somehow? Or does it seem to still be running to some extent?
It doesn't seem to be running, and in terms of knowing where the sub was in relation to the ground or, like, being somewhere in the water, how...
Well, I would just imagine that if the sub were still moving somehow, like if we were doing a slow glide down, we would feel it in some way.
You don't have any sensation of movement.
No sensation of movement at all.
No.
Then I'm going to assume we're on the ground.
Okay.
Personally, we've kind of softed on some soft sand or something, or a reef. I don't know what the edge of the Pacific is like. So.
Are we at a tilt?
Doesn't feel like it. And with your astral sight...
I'm basically not viewing the physical objects. It's a completely other state.
So then you can see beyond the submarine, and beyond the submarine, you do not see Mal, you don't see Remy, not that you're looking for her, but the same oppressive blackness that you all can see from inside the sub, you feel when you try to sense externally.
This isn't cool, man.
I do not think we'll find the answers here. I think we must move
Well, you don't know that, do you?
Hey, don't talk to him like that. We'll find you, damn cat. Let's go through the door.
Yoshi will open the door.
Beyond the door is an intense white void. Do you step into the room?
Yes.
Once you step into the room, you feel yourself sink gently in its floor. It's not the same furnace you had been standing in a moment ago.
I roll my 3 dice for my perception. Got a 1.
God.
You realize it's sand. As your eyes adjust, you see that you're in an endless white void. Within this void, there are a number of very simple-looking rakes. These rakes are upright and seem to be pulled by some unseen or unknown force. Their movements are languid, and they are leaving patterns in the sand. As far as you can see, the sand is patterned.
I'm gonna head through the door because
Okay.
there doesn't seem to be much here. So I'll roll my perception.
Yep.
That's a 6 from me.
So, alright, you both go in, and with your 6, because I don't know, your 1, you saw the same thing as Yoshi. With your 6, you see a small pond off in the distance, and if you strain your eyes, you can also see an orange and white cat sitting at the edge of the pond, atop several stacked rocks.
Maybe that cat knows where your cat is.
Yeah, I mean, before he leaves, he astrally projects, so he collapses, his body collapses and his soul leaves it.
Yeah.
I assume it's the same environment as when he had astrally gazed, so can't see anything, but that's like that because time moves differently when you're projected.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back into his body and, after giving one last glimpse towards the room, walk through the door.
Okay.
Yoshi would turn to you and say, I know where we are, and I think this is why your friend is not with you right now.
Great.
Do you know how to get out of here?
You got a map?
I might,
You've been here before?
in a manner of speaking, yes.
We set up the spirits to start moving sand.
And he just kind of shakes his head and he starts walking towards the pond.
Mm-hmm.
We will find answers with the cat.
I follow you.
So Yoshi's gonna go and he's going to sit down next to Peaches. And he's gonna scritch Peaches behind the ear and say, it has been a while, my friend.
Peaches purrs and says, yes, it has.
Hey, what? No. Nah, cats don't talk.
Oh, talking cat!
I did not ever expect you to come back here.
No, a lot of people don't expect what they end up getting in life.
This is fair.
Alright, so, okay, cat. Clearly, we're on some other plane. Where are we at? Is this adjacent to fire? Where are we at? I can get us home. I just need to know, like, where to start.
Oh, I don't know that.
Great. Alright.
I thought you said Cat knew where we would go.
I know where you can go, but I don't know where you are.
Metaplanes, can't live with them, can't live without them.
Dash is drawing things in the sand.
Yoshi's gonna peek over the edge of the pond.
Okay. When you peek over the edge of the pond, you don't see yourself looking back at you. You see the reflection of Peaches.
Will you indulge me for a moment and come here?
I have to finish. I have to finish this detailing,
Fine, whatever.
and then I come over quite quickly.
What?
What do you see in the water?
You're a cat. What?
And Magpie, you don't have a reflection.
What do I see in the water?
You don't have a reflection.
Ah,
The rules don't work here.
And he kind of just sighs and he goes, we must continue forward, right?
That's the way it works.
Are we in for what it is we faced the last time we were here?
Yes. But I imagine it's going to be very different.
With the riddles?
Okay. This is... I'm not sure what this place is, but I've been here once before, and it was not an enjoyable experience.
Dash tries to shoo away a rake approaching her drawings.
When you say shoo away, do you come into physical contact with it?
I do this.
So you only motion at it, you don't actually physically touch it.
No.
Alright, motioning at it doesn't do anything. So the rake just languidly proceeds.
Alright, cat. Peaches, was it?
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, you see my brother walk through here? Looks like, kinda like this. I don't know why the hell he'd be away from me, but he did. He's gone, so...
No, I can't say that I have.
Did you see Cat?
No.
Other than yourself at the water?
No.
You just missed him then.
Alright, where do we go? You've been on this journey before.
You know the way.
He kind of just looks around for a door to appear.
Oh, it's not gonna be the same way you went last time. Who you were when you first came to me, came to us. You're not that person anymore.
No.
You've changed. Sometimes you need to take different directions in life based on who you are then, in that moment. You have to go this way. And the cat kind of flicks its tail over the pond.
Dash dives in.
Okay, so I'm all for mumbo jumbo. I mean, that's literally my wheelhouse, but what the hell are you talking about, Cat?
No, I mean, my hand was already in it. Can I stick my whole arm
I'm
down or
gonna
something?
assume that while this conversation is going on, you've jumped into the pond and you're just kind of paddling.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Like,
We
like I
must.
said,
Get in.
There's no point in staying
The cat made it clear.
because we must move forward, and if we move, then we will be released from this place.
Trust me, honey. I've had enough bad trips in my life. You just gotta
So,
ride it out, and
being-
eventually you wake up the next day. Every time.
and I've been on enough, extra planet trips in my life to know that this ain't that easy.
You're both right. It won't be easy, but you do have to ride it out.
My brother's hurt, so help me God, Cat.
He is not the one who brought us here. And he'll give scritches on his ear, and a little kiss, and he'll set him down. Perhaps I will see you again.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Perhaps not. And
Nice.
Yoshi jumps in.
So we go across the water or through the water?
You go down.
Great. Really don't want to get the suit wet.
I can put in pocket.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just going.
As you emerge, you do so into pitch blackness. It feels like you're almost smaller than you know yourself to be. You're in a small, tight space, and as you begin to move, you realize you're lying down. Depending on how you're laying, you feel these textures differently. You are sandwiched between something plush but firm and something hard and solid. It is not wholly uncomfortable. In fact, if you do not have any aversion to small spaces, this place may make you feel safe. Everyone who got a 3 in perception, you'll notice there's a small orange light emanating from beyond the space you're in. You hear a small, timid voice call out to you.
This orange light that I see faintly, do I see it, like, you said I'm between something soft and something hard, so I imagine I'm on my back. Do I see it through the thing, or, like, along, ahead of me?
So because Dash is lying on her back, you feel the hard surface above you when you touch.
Yeah.
But if you just lay flat, then you don't feel it above you.
Gotcha.
Under you is the plush surface.
Okay.
When you turn your head, you see the orange light.
First of all, I'll feel around for my compatriots.
They're also there.
Am I the closest to the orange thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe make a couple rolls to it. How far away does it seem?
Not terribly far. Maybe a solid roll, and
Ooh.
you'll be on the other side, or you'll be in the light.
I'll do one solid roll.
All right. When you do your solid roll, you're in the light, and we're gonna use your 6 in perception to see where you are. It's a child's bedroom.
Oh,
From what you can see of the bedspread, there are colorful cartoon ponies prancing. However, the sheets and the blankets are crumpled. There is a mess of stuffed animals on the bed. On the bedside table, there is a small lamp shaped like a giraffe. The giraffe itself is lit up orange and is illuminating some of the items on the table, as well as a small garbage can beside it. In the garbage can, there is a crumpled red and yellow piece of paper. It's a ticket to a carnival.
Oh.
On the floor beside the illuminated dresser is a toy train. Its track runs around the room. Against the adjacent wall is a long flat desk. Above it, on the wall, are 2 mounted swords. From beyond this room, you can hear an argument.
He's cute as hell.
Do I suddenly feel that I'm physically in the room, or is it as if my role has let me see a window that allows me to see into this room?
You were under a bed.
Oh, Okay. I'm gonna roll back under, and almost perhaps if anyone else seems discombobulated, I may push them out from under the bed as well.
Alright, so you're just gonna start pushing people who are under the bed towards this light.
Yes.
Well, watch it.
Go to the light.
Watch where your hands are.
Yoshi,
Squeeze.
Yoshi's probably very cramped under this bed, and he just kind of shimmies.
As you exit out of where you were and stand up, you realize you are underneath a bed, and that you're in a bedroom, presumably in someone's home.
I thought we were in a coffin.
That's funny.
Hell.
Can I surmise the age of the child based upon perhaps artwork or general age and gender of the child?
I'm gonna say this is a great chance for you to start investigating one of the things that I mentioned
Ooh.
and see what you can pick up.
Let's look first at the carnival ticket.
Alright. So that was in the garbage can beside the bedside table.
Yes.
There's really nothing too detailed on it. It's crumpled. It's a red and yellow piece of paper. And you've already identified it as a ticket to a carnival.
Magpie walks over and grabs one of the swords.
Who puts swords in little girls' room?
It's my question exactly, but if it's of this plane, it's gonna hurt whatever else is here.
Excellent. Give me one.
Guys. She kind of looks at you guys like you're almost a little silly. I think they're just decoration. Can I go touch? Does the tip seem blunt? Like a child's toy that would hang on the wall?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
I say pricking my finger. Okay, I was wrong.
Since I'm a knife maker.
Magpie hands his to Yoshi. Here you go, big guy.
Yoshi does not take.
I take it straight from Yoshi's hands. Basically, he tries to pass it to you, and I just intercept.
What the hell?
If you want to learn more about the swords, because I know you said you mentioned that you were a sword maker.
Yes.
Roll perception first.
Okay. I will do that first.
I'd look at you and I'd say, "There's no way he's sticking anything with the broadside of this sword."
What do you look at him?
Listen, I know this guy. He's here for when things get messy. He's not here to start.
It's the butcher.
Exactly.
All right.
3.
All right, Butch, you want a sword?
3 perception.
I say with a wink.
Okay, so
I am good like this. I do not need.
That's what I'm telling you. You guys need one.
Jesus.
on the desk there are a number of woodworking tools and 3 letters that seem to have been carved from one piece of wood: H, O, and N. The right side of the N is splintered. And based on your roll, you also notice the swords themselves are Shaskas. One is Sicarian, the other is Cossack. At the hilt of one, there are Russian characters. However, because they're all being handled around, you can't read what they say.
Okay. What do they have a maker's mark on them?
Because they're all being handled around, you
Well,
can't
I just have mine.
Oh, then if you're holding a
Yeah.
sword and actually looking at a single
Yeah,
sword...
they're passing around theirs. I have one of them.
The characters on your sword read creation at the hilt. There's no maker's mark.
If you seem interested, I do know you're a knife guy. I'll hand you the second one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna keep it from
He'll
you.
read that one on there. Also, the wording isn't Russian, so.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have even picked up that there was wording yet. I'm just
Yeah,
touching
true.
them. Honestly, I'm staring at my own cut finger more than I'm looking at these swords yet.
Alright, the other one reads destruction at the same location on the sword. You also notice that between the 2 swords where they were on the wall, there are 2 letters that seem to have been carved from one piece of wood: O and R. The left side of the O is splintered.
The right side was on the Han.
The N.
Yeah, the right side of the N. And then the OR was the other one?
Yeah, OR is on the wall.
So, can I pick that up and put it up against the other bit?
Sure.
And that spells honor?
This area on the wall with the swords and it says honor, does it seem to be stylistically or aesthetically sharply different from the rest of this room? Or does it seem to flow? Like, this is a little girl's room with ponies and a giraffe lamp. And then this is kind of very, like, blacksmith's home. You know what I mean? Like, does the decor, does it seem like weird enough to stand out, or is it just like, oh, I guess this little girl has something weird on her wall?
Based on what you've seen so far,
Yeah.
and what you've investigated, that does seem very strange.
Got ya.
This kid ain't right. I just kind of flick the lamp on and off.
So, you're looking at the bedside table. Upon closer inspection of the bedside table, there's a miniature sand garden with a matching miniature rake. There's also a beckoning cat statue with a slot in its back.
Hey, yo, Butcher, your friend's over here.
He'll go over and he'll just go, oh, and pick up the cat statue.
Okay, you actually, when you pick up the cat, you feel that there's something inside of it. It's not very heavy, and as you turn the cat, you can hear it just kind of gently fluttering around inside.
So not like a coin?
Not a coin, but when I say fluttering, I'm trying to describe how it's falling as it's being turned, not indicating that there's any kind of sentience.
Gotcha.
I turn it upside down.
You can see something poking out of it, but it seems like it's too large to fall through the slot. But when you turn it upside down, you do see a cork in the bottom of it.
I'll uncork it, and I will go to Dash and say, my fingers are too big. Can you?
Oh yeah, she'll kind of. Does it seem like I can fit 2 fingers in it, or do I have to empty it into my open hand?
You could probably fit 2 fingers in there.
All right. I'm gonna give it a glance first before I just, always gotta check. And then I'll reach in and grab whatever inside.
All right, sure. I mean, inside you see a piece of paper, and when you pull it out, you realize that it's folded into a star.
Aw, how cute. Does it seem to be folded in a way that's meant to be unfolded or not?
It could be unfolded.
Does it seem like a note, or does it seem like origami? Maybe I should say it that way. Does it feel like if I ran my fingers over it, is there something written on the inside? Like, could I feel?
Roll a tactile perception.
How would you modify that from a standard perception?
Do you have anything that increases or decreases perception?
I do. Tactily?
Yeah.
I don't.
That's it.
Then it would just be a straight perception.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. You feel something written on it.
I'm gonna open it,
Okay.
but I'm gonna try to do so without tearing it, if I can.
That's very considerate.
Yeah.
When it is unfolded, there are Japanese characters.
I say, well, looks like this one's right back to you, big guy.
So he'll take it and he'll read them.
They translate to acceptance or denial.
Oh.
Magpie's gonna listen at the door, see what that argument's about.
Okay. From beyond this room, you can hear an argument between a man and a woman. As you strain your hearing, the argument sounds less like its words at all, and more like guttural growling.
That doesn't seem good.
What kind of stuff was on the dresser again?
On the dresser, there was the lamp shaped like a giraffe. There was the carnival ticket in the garbage beside the dresser. There was the miniature sand garden in the rake, the beckoning cat statue, where Dash found the folded up piece of paper, which you read. You've pretty much thoroughly investigated the bedside dresser.
Alright, so then I'm gonna go to the bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look at those stuffed animals, because she likes aminals.
Sure.
Alright, go ahead and roll perception.
Yeah, I actually,
Might want to assist on this one.
I can do that. I can do a help.
Oh, I got 2!
Ooh,
Okay.
If you need it.
So, I mean, you notice that there's a collection of both magical and non-magical stuffed animals.
Oh,
A few of them are oddly shaped and resemble caricatures of infectious diseases. Among them is a teddy bear, as well as a black cat.
Magpie.
Yeah. Hey,
He picks up the little black cat and he offers it to you.
Magpie takes it and looks at it.
Magpie, roll perception on the black cat.
Oh no. You didn't turn my buddy into a cat. It's not okay.
your buddy was also a cat. Now he's a stuffed cat.
Okay, well.
Get taxidermied.
No.
Taxidermy.
He picks up the fat basilisk and he just kind of goes.
Only got 2.
Alright. On the collar of this black cat is a tag with the offer greed or charity.
Is this some kind of sick joke?
I'd kind of point out, well, you're looking for a black cat, and you've got a question, and you read Japanese, and you read Russian, and
I
I don't
also
have,
make swords.
and I don't have a damn question.
What about the train? You like vehicles?
Ooh. I look at the train.
Roll perception on the train.
Oh,
So, you investigate the train, and you start following its track around the room. As you follow the tracks, you arrive at a scene where they split. One path is circuitous, whereas the other one is direct, but has a plastic doll tied to the tracks. What do you do?
Is there a lever? Like I actually have to live through this right now? Like
No.
like I gotta flip a switch?
No, the train is not
Oh,
running.
I was like, wow, this is pretty on the nose. All right, let me. Gosh. Well, where does the more winding path lead?
It reconnects further on.
Oh, it does. Well, I'm gonna. Is the track? Is it like a track? Is there an actual switch and a flip or whatever?
Yeah, it can run.
I'm gonna just flip the switch away. Which one is it pointed at? The doll or the windy path?
It's pointed at the doll.
I'll start the train.
I want to go look at the doll while she's doing that.
Okay, the doll that's tied to the tracks?
Yeah.
Roll perception.
Yeah, that's a no, buddy.
That's an
Actually, seeing him look at the doll, that'll probably inspire me to look at the doll.
Okay.
Don't worry. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot
This
to touch
there you
base.
go.
My apologies. I'll look at you, start to look at the doll, and I'm like, yeah, I think I got it. 4. I can edge it, but it's 4.
Alright, so what do you want to do with the doll?
What does the doll look like? Hair color?
Without mentioning a brand name, I mean,
It looks blonde, fit,
yeah, those are really great
impossible
descriptions.
beauty standards.
Accurate.
Like it's made little girls feel bad for decades.
Yeah,
How
and
strange.
based on this knowledge, you know that the head is hollow.
Oh, shit.
It seems like a political
Can I
statement.
like? Can I like? I do pick up the doll. Is it bound on the track, or could it have maybe just been like accidentally dropped there, or is it like this little girl's like playing some games?
It looks like it's tied there, but like it's a very simple knot that you can just.
Listen,
I like
we've
this little girl.
out of
She
character.
seems-
We've all done stuff to Barbies. Let's be real. So I get it.
Duma, noticing that this doll is tied there, looks around and goes, "This is my kind of little girl. Swords, Barbie dolls tied to tracks."
You got a kid we don't know about?
If he does, it's a kid he doesn't know
I'm
about.
gonna give it a shake. Give it a little.
She
You
just kind
hear
of goes.
something rattling around in there.
She kind of takes the Barbie and she looks at everybody with a little smile and she kind of shakes it and like pops the head off like a bottle of champagne.
Please tell me her head comes off like a bottle of champagne.
Well, hi, she says.
You pop off the head of the doll.
What?
And
My
inside
father's
is
Jewish.
a piece of paper folded into a star.
Oh, I open it.
When it is unfolded, it reads victory or sacrifice.
She looks at the note,
So
flicks the switch back to the winding path. It doesn't hit the girl,
Okay.
all right. So
but she also
creation,
starts the train. I
destruction,
want to be very clear.
victory or sacrifice, greed or what was yours?
Charity.
Greed or charity, acceptance or denial.
Oh,
And then yours also had honor, kind of
Tied
with the
into it.
At one point.
whole shebang.
does the train start?
I mean, sure, the train's been running. You just like
oh
flip
yeah,
the track.
oh yeah. I'm gonna watch the train run around. In fact, she almost. It's kind of funny that something this simple can capture her attention this easily. But as soon as this thing's on, she's not paying attention to much else.
So the voice calls out to you again, and you can hear a little bit more this time, and it sounds like she's beckoning you to hide from the monsters in the closet with her.
I say we should probably.
It's probably a trap.
Things tend to be simplified